Hey everyone, welcome to another video in my Intro to HTML series. In this video, I'm going to talk about links. Yes, hyperlinks. They're the thing that makes the internet go round. If the internet were to go round. Let's take a look at what they are. I'm going to make one really quickly. I'm going to put a link right underneath here. I'm going to put it into a paragraph. This will be a link to Google. It's not a link yet. A link requires a special tag. It's the anchor tag or A tag. You open it and you close it. And whatever it surrounds, whatever content it surrounds, be it text or images or whatever content it surrounds, is going to be an active, interactive hyperlink. When you click on it, it'll take you to someplace else. But it's not going to work unless I use something called the href. Href attribute, or hyperlink reference, is going to be where we'll put the URL to the things that we want to link to. For example, http://www.google.com. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to check it out in the browser. And I've got a little link right here. This will be a link to Google. Let's see if it works. Sure enough, it took me to Google. Awesome. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. That's a hyperlink. By default, hyperlinks are going to be blue text and they're going to be underlined. That's how we know it looks like a link. Back to here. All right, so I've got this link. It starts with the A tag, it ends with the A tag. It's got the hyperlink reference in it, and inside those quotes, it's got my URL. Here are some important things about URLs. A URL is a universal resource locator. That's what it stands for. And it's going to take us to someplace on the internet. A URL consists of this portion right here, the http://. This is the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. What Hypertext Transfer Protocol means, it's essentially a set of rules that allow us to get off of our computer and onto the internet. Without this HTTP, this link does not work. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to save it without the HTTP and see if it works. Refresh it. Sure, I've still got a link. Now I'm going to click on it. It says, your file was not found. It may have been moved or deleted. Error, file not found. That tells me that the browser could not find the resource that I'm looking for. It could not find the file or the web page that I'm looking for. Let's take a look at the actual path that it's looking for. file://c:/users, cgorl, Dropbox, csci1020, HTML files _ new videos, unit 1, www.google.com. I'm going to browse for this. I'm going to look through my file system and see if I can find it. I'll go C:, which is right here, users, which is right there, cgorl, Dropbox. See, where are you, Dropbox? There we go. csci1020, HTML files _ new videos, right there, unit 1, there, and I'm looking for www.google.com. Well, I've only got 3 files, lesson 1 _ new, syntax. Google doesn't exist there. I've got a problem. Google is not in the same directory. Google exists out on the internet. In order to get out the internet, I need to have the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. If I don't have that, it's going to look for the file in the same directory where this file was saved. So this file, lesson 1 _ new HTML, that's right here. So it's going to look for, if I don't have the HTTP in there, it's going to look for whatever I linked to in this same directory. Okay? HTTP takes us out of that directory and onto the internet. So you've got to have that hypertext transfer protocol. Then you've got to have a valid URL right here. So I've got www.google.com. I could go to Star Tribune. I could go to NHCC's website. I could go wherever I want with the URL, but you always have to have this before it. This is called an absolute link. We call it an absolute link because absolute means exact or precise. It means one specific place. It's taking me to one specific spot and looking for one specific file in an exact location on the internet. It's looking for google.com on the internet. All right? It's an absolute link. I can make absolute links to all sorts of stuff. Let's try. I'm going to go to Star Tribune. I'm going to go to this one here. And yeah, I'll just go right here. I'll copy this URL. I'll paste it into another link. Put some content in there that I'm linking. Link to ski article, save it, and check it in the browser. Link to ski article. And there it goes. So what it's going to do is it's going to take me to www.startribune.com. And these slashes indicate directories and files that I'm looking for. So it's going to look for a directory called lack of snow cancels this ski race for second time in its history. And slash 414-726-153. It's going to be in that directory. Right? That's what we're looking for. So it's going to browse for that particular directory and the particular file on the internet at startribune.com. That's an absolute link. Let's try a relative link. I have another file in here that's called syntax. I'm just going to open it up in the browser and see what it looks like. Okay, this is a heading spelled nicely. This is a file in the same directory. I've got lesson1_new and I've got syntax. I've also got lesson 1. All right? I'm going to link to those two different pages here. I'm going to make another set of links here. I'm going to make a paragraph. This will link to another page. href gets, and I'm going to go to syntax.html. Now, I'm going to make another link. Just going to copy this whole thing. I'm going to paste it below, and I'm going to go to lesson1.html. Save it, refresh it in the browser, and here we go. This will link to another page. That takes me to lesson1.html. Link on this one. This takes me to syntax.html. All right, so these are called relative links. These are relative links because what we're doing is we're referencing a file in relation to our current file. Here's what happens. I have this file called lesson1new.html. That's the one that I'm currently working on. I've got it saved in a directory. It's saved right here on my computer. Seagoral, Dropbox, Seaside 1020, HTML files, Unit 1, and it's saved right here. This is that file that I'm putting the links into. In relation to this file, in other words, next to it, I have this file and I've got this file. They have a relative path to one another. They're in the same directory. When I want to make a relative link, all I have to do is keep them in the same directory and reference the file name like this, exactly, lesson1.html or syntax.html. So if I want to link to other pages that I've created, put them in the same directory or the same folder, just like I've got here, and your href is going to link to just the file name. One of the problems that I see students have a lot is they get the entire path. They do this. And they paste the entire path in there. All right? C:\users, C:\Dropbox, CSI1020, HTML files, unit 1, lesson1.html. This will work on my computer. Right? It took me exactly where I wanted to go. But if I put this on another computer, it wouldn't find it, and here's why. I'm referencing a specific location. I'm referencing an HTML1 file that exists at this path, at C:\users, C:\Dropbox, CSI1020. This will work only on this particular computer. It won't work on your computer because you don't have a directory called users, C:\Dropbox unless you are me and you've made a directory exactly like mine. It won't work. So what you need to do is just reference only the file name. Don't reference the full path. If you reference the full path, your links won't work on any computers but yours. You might be working on your file and it looks great, and you reference it with the full path and you test it on your computer over and over again. It always works. Then you hand it in to get graded, or if it were a professional job, you put it on a server, and as soon as you put it on the server, it doesn't work. Or as soon as you hand it in, your instructor goes to grade it, it doesn't work. This is a problem. All you have to do is save all these files in the same location, lesson 1 new, and syntax, all in the same directory, and reference them by file name. Okay? So the file name is lesson1.html. Yes, you need to include the .html, and everything has to be spelled correctly. If you spell it incorrectly, the link won't work. Okay? Because it can't find a file, LESON. If you miss the .html, it won't work because it's looking for a file called lesson1. There is no file called lesson1. There's a file called lesson1.html. You need to make sure you reference it exactly. So this is a relative link. All right, so now you know how to make links to things on the internet, and links to files that are in directories on your computer. You know what absolute links and relative links are. In future videos, we're going to move forward with this, and we're going to figure out how to make a 5-page structure and link all 5 pages together using what I would call insight navigation. Thanks for watching.